Okay, I'm getting ready to do the Ventura to Ojai trail, and I'm parked at Vaughn's in Ventura at the corner of Main and Garden Street. There's a bunch of other cyclists parked here too, and we are going to head over behind the Rite Aid across the street. That's where the trail starts, right next to Route 33, and it follows Route 33, but it's separate from the street. And here we go. So to get to the trail, leave the Vaughn's parking lot on Olive Street, and you head past that Rite Aid and Vaughn's. It'll be on your right hand side. There's a little bike lane on Olive Street. There's the on-ramp for the 33 freeway. And then you take the first left, which is Rec Street. And here's the start of the bike path. A strange little sculpture garden at the start of it. And here we go. You're right next to the 33 freeway, but that goes away. And you're in a very kind of residential area. But you've got a nice wide separated path. And it gets a little more woodsy, a little more rural as you start to go up the hill. It is a very gradual incline on the way up to Ojai. You really barely feel it. But then the way down is awesome. It's about half the time to get back down. I'll show you guys that later. A couple of turns, but it's pretty obvious which way to go. Again, this is just kind of the first part. Plenty of signage though, where you're supposed to go. Very courteous drivers up here in Ventura County too, believe it or not. Starting an incline. You're far away from the highway, and it starts to get a lot more rural and pretty. And there's a little stream. See, we have fall in California. There it is. Super pretty. Pretty quiet too on a weekday. This is a Friday afternoon. Drag over there. It's a nice buffer of trees. Sometimes you'll see some horses along that bridle path. So the trail ends at another Vaughn's parking lot. Oddly enough, the Vaughn's in Ojai. Also the only stoplight in Ojai. So at this point, you can take the main road 33 into Ojai, or you can cross the street here, and there is another trail, protected bike path away from the street, which goes kind of parallel to Ojai's main street, which is the way I'm gonna go. So you're gonna cross the street here onto the Ojai Valley Trail. Statue of the horse over there. You'll see other cyclists coming out of it. This is a nice little wooded path. So 13 miles, and now we're on the Ojai Valley Path, which goes right through the center of town. option for lunch if you want to go fancy. And the Ojai Valley Trail crosses over some of the side streets of Ojai's main drag, so you can always hop off the trail on one of those side streets, take it into town. Plenty of dining options. So we've come off the Ojai Valley path, and now we are going to get on Ojai's main drag and forage for food. Pretty scenic with those mountains in the background. Cute little mission style downtown. Decided to eat at this place, the Nest, which has some nice outdoor seating, and they have delicious food and delicious cocktails, which you can have because it's all downhill, just don't have too many. Now it's time for Sweet Victory. All downhill back to Ventura. I've got a yummy brisket sandwich in my tummy. So if you think you can't do 26 miles, keep in mind the second half is just smooth sailing, barely any pedaling. It's awesome. You can do it.